Hey guys, so today this video is going to be about how not to hate people. How to deal with people who send negative energy your way, or to deal with assholes. I have found that especially intellectual people, for some reason, get really frustrated with people who are unproductive, or they're just dumb, quote unquote, or they just don't have the same level of thought or thought process as said people that I'm talking about, and they get really frustrated, and they kind of enter into this mindset where they just hate the general public because they think that they're all brainwashed, they're just a waste of space, and they just allow these people to make them miserable. So I would like to give all of you 3 ideas to think about and perhaps implement yourself in order to deal with people like this in your life, because they are unavoidable. Everybody is going to encounter them, so you have to adopt an effective way to deal with them. So the first point that I want to make you all aware of is everybody that you encounter in your life can potentially teach you something. They can either demonstrate qualities that you don't want to have, or they can demonstrate qualities and behaviors that you would like to have. And it's really important to sort of adopt the mindset that you are a humble student, and not only does everyone have something to teach you, but everything has something to teach you. But it depends on your frame of mind, and it also depends on how curious you are and resourceful you are in the environment that you find yourself in. The second point that I would like to make is that people that you don't like or that are unpleasant towards you give you the opportunity to practice empathy. Yeah, empathy is your ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Empathy is an essential skill, very essential. I want to emphasize how crucial it is for everybody to be empathetic. You need to have a good grasp on empathy, and you need to practice it like every day. So empathy is beneficial not only for other people's sake, but especially your own sake. When you have the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, really genuinely understand what they value and what their thought process is, you can then predict their behavior, and you can also predict their responses. Depending on the person, that's extremely invaluable knowledge. A lot of people say that this is kind of manipulative and that it's a bit too cunning and calculated, but I mean, let's be real, you have to navigate socially in this world. You have to deal with the social aspect of life. Why not be good at it? I don't think that that skill of attempting to understand the mind of someone else to use it to your benefit is necessarily wrong. To me, it's a tool, it's just a skill, and you can either use it for right or wrong. So empathy is a tool that everybody needs to practice. Especially practice it with people that cause you a lot of grief and distress, because if you can really get into the psychology and the thought process of these people, you can learn to effectively deal with them and learn how to appropriately respond to them so that they no longer cause you distress and basically just hinder you in your life. The last thing that I would like all of you to take from this video is that negative people, and particularly people that actually dedicate the time and energy to project their negative energy onto you, usually do not like themselves, and usually they are dealing with a lot of self-hate. I mean, if you really take the time to think that if somebody has the conscious awareness to generate a very hateful thing to say, and then to actually go and say it to you or to somebody else, that is how they talk to themselves all the time. That is their inner dialogue. Imagine being the victim of your own self-hate 24/7. That is sad, and you just can't help but feel pity for them. At first, if someone is trying to really, razzle you and bring you down and just make you feel like complete shit, understand that this is what they do to themselves all the time. Once you really go deeper and understand that, it's much easier to handle the adversity of other people and to just brush it off. When you encounter negative situations, you have to have the ability to take a step back and really try to step into their shoes, practice empathy, understand that these people probably do not like themselves a whole lot, and then you will naturally feel compassion. Keep in mind that these sort of exercises that I'm suggesting are difficult at first. You really have to be very self-aware of how you're feeling and what's going on in your mind before you can really practice these. At first it's gonna be difficult, but just keep trying, and eventually negative emotions and responses and behaviors towards you will not have an effect on you any longer. I hope you can take something away from this video and that it helps all of you in your journey of life. Have a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye.